Hey everybody, it's 8:30. Welcome to Cocktails in the War Room, episode number 61. It doesn't even seem possible that we've done this 61 times, but we have. Every night at 8:30, we gather right here in my war room and we congratulate each other for making it through another day in this crazy world that has now become our reality. And we do it with my trusted sidekick, Wednesday the Goth Pug, who is right now gnawing the face off of her Tyrannosaurus Rex and smashing it on the floor, making all kinds of noise. I'm warning you, she's all kinds of wound up again tonight. So if you were watching last night and you basically saw how she took over my show and then licked my tooth, she's probably gonna do that stuff tonight. Wednesday, do you want to see all the prizes Mummy has for you? So like the title of this video says, I went to the post office box today and it is Mistress Carrie mail call. And you guys are freaking awesome. Because not only am I the most spoiled purple-haired bitch on Facebook in her war room, but my dog that's smashing around her T-Rex on my hardwood floor right now is also the most spoiled dog in the world. Because, well, you guys have sent her some unbelievable stuff and she is going to get very excited. So, the first thing that I wanted to do was thank everybody that sent me stuff. When I went to the post office today, I actually needed a little bit of help leaving the post office. I had to make a couple trips because there was some awesome stuff in there. And I'm so excited to show you guys some of the cool stuff that you sent in. So I love you guys so much. It totally made my day. It's amazing. So let me start by showing you guys all of the stuff that I got in the mail. So the first thing I got was a really sweet card from my friend Travis, who does a military podcast that is called Oscar Mike Radio. And he was generous enough to have me on it a couple of times over the last couple of years. And so he just says, hey, Mistress, never got a chance to send a card to WAAF, but I like the Facebook live streams. Almost 100 years ago, families would gather around and listen to the radio. And I feel like I am a part of that family. So as long as we do this together, we won't be forgotten. Can't wait to ride with you. Yes, riding season is coming. Appreciate everything you've done for me and all of us, Semper Fi, Travis. So if you're looking for a local military-themed podcast, you can listen to Oscar Mike Radio. And Travis is always just incredibly generous and sweet. And this kind of does have that old radio kind of vibe to it where it's not, I mean, you can watch the videos on demand after, but if you want to be part of the experience of Cocktails in the War Room, then you've got to be here live to be able to comment in real time. So it does have that kind of old world, let's gather around the radio and hang out with each other and experience something at the same time. And that's kind of what I love about it, is that it brings back what made radio so cool in the beginning, is that people were all experiencing it at the same time. And that it's interactive, which is pretty awesome. Wednesday, come here and look at what I got for you. Okay, then I got this card from Jim. Jim, first of all, I want to thank you for the craft herpes, because there's glitter all over the card and then it gets all over my hands and it's everywhere and it looks like I just got a lap dance from a really hot stripper wearing body glitter. But Jim said, now having an address for you, I wanted to offer you my condolences on the loss of your life with WAAF. Learning of it being ended was like losing a lifelong friend being murdered, and I've been a listener since the 80s. I suspect we've traveled in the same geographic areas. I grew up in Ayr, going to Searstown Mall and Whalen Park, etc., and I can only imagine your sense of loss after spending your adult life so completely immersed at WAAF, and now this plague is upon all of us. So it has been really nice for you, nice to see you soldiering on with your new nightly Facebook show. I had to imagine you do it just with your phone, and I look forward to watching every night, and it's become part of my new normal. But it's also a link to the old days. For me, you are AAF. Thank you very much. And I hope all your family are safe and well. I sincerely hope that you will be back on the air sooner than later. Here, wishing you health, happiness, prosperity, and success. Thank you for the highlight of my day. And that's from Jim. And he sent me something for good luck, which is pretty cool. So, Jim, thank you very much for your very sweet card. I actually put up a cork board in a room in my house, and I'm saving all of your letters and all of your cards, and they're all going up there because when I'm having a hard day, I go back and read them, and it makes me smile knowing that you guys are all there for me and that we're all going through this together. So, Jim, thank you so much for your card. I got this one from Karen and Jacob. Wait until you see what they sent me. It says, Carrie, thank you for being there every night to bring some sanity in these crazy times. You always made me laugh and smile during your years on WAF and are still making me smile. And I look forward to the War Room every night after some very long and tough days. Please hug and kiss Wednesday for me. And I hope you win big because they sent me some scratchies. I'll let you know if I win. By the way, all of my friends that don't live in New England don't understand that we give scratch tickets as like gifts. They think it's weird, but it's just something we do up here. So I appreciate it. Hope you win big. Also, my daughter Brooke offered to draw a picture of our favorite diva. I might not contribute each night, but I've been there since day one. Again, a heartfelt thank you from the bottom of my heart. Lots of love, Karen and Jacob. So you need to see the drawing that her daughter did. She drew Wednesday. Is that not unbelievable? How unreal is that? It's so cool. So talented. Wednesday, that's you. Look at you and your googly eyes that are looking in two totally different directions at the same time. Look at it. She's like, it's scary, Mommy, looking at my own face. Carrie says I got scratch tickets for Mother's Day. Anybody that's from outside of New England does not understand why we give scratch tickets. We give them for birthday gifts. We give them in people's Christmas stockings. Here she comes. Wednesday, look, that's you. See? Come here. Come say hi to everybody. Little shit. Come here. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate Karen and Jacob. I loved your card. And this is so unbelievable. Incredibly talented. It's so good. I was super excited to see it. So this other package that I got was redunculous. And it was filled with all kinds of stuff. And one of the things that it was filled with was Adam's Family. I don't know where you found these, Corinne, but Adam's Family dog toys for Wednesday, the goth pug, named after Wednesday Adam from the Addams Family. And yes, I'm making Morticia's head. Actually, we kind of look like each other, don't we? Like, hold on. Wednesday. Is this for you? She's scared of Morticia. Do you want this? Go ahead, Wednesday. It's okay. What do you think? Is she going to be afraid of the spider or no? I don't know. I think she's going to go for it. She's scared of Morticia. Hold on. Here you go. Watch, watch, watch. She can't figure out what to do with it. Presents in the War Room. I know, Heinz. It's crazy. I feel like El Prez from Barstool doing his unboxing. It's insane. Walter says it shows you some amazing people are out there and New Englanders are a special kind. They absolutely are. Look at. She's like staring down Morticia right now. Is she going for it? Bite it by the face, Wednesday. There she goes. She's standing at the end of the couch right now with Morticia in her mouth. I can't handle it. Okay, so Corinne sent me this amazing box of stuff that was so thoughtful and generous. And so the card that she sent said, sorry, not Corinne, Karina. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, so Karina sent me this box. It says, hey, Carrie, I wanted to include a picture so you knew who was sending you all these goodies. This picture is from when we chatted at the Foo Fighters in 2015 at Fenway. We talked a bit about the importance of us metal chicks out there and paisans. I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk to all of us every night as we are all struggling, and it's so nice to come together for support. You do so much for your community and help so many people in need. I've been an AAF fan for many, many years, and it's got me through some really tough times, and I wanted you to know that. I come from a musical family, and music has always been helpful for me, and I know you're sentimental, so I wanted to be sure for you and Wednesday that you received some special items. Thank you for sharing your favorite things with us. It's truly about the little things in life and being mindful of those special moments, and you make all of us laugh through the good times and the bad. It's awesome that we can all swear together. I totally agree, Karina, and no one can do anything about it. That is a fact. So don't lick anything weird and wash your damn hands and soak in the sunshine and fresh air and enjoy your treats. And now keep practicing that patience that I know you have. Yes, thank you for everything. So the card came from Karina, and one of the things she did was send me a picture of her and I together, which I'm so excited. So now I at least know who sent me all this amazing stuff, Karina. So thank you. So one of the things that she sent me is a custom-made Mistress Carrie Cocktails in the War Room Moscow Mule Cup. Ah, so cool. So awesome. Now, I'm not drinking this tonight because we know what happened the last time, but she sent me some limoncello, so I'll have this on ice for the next time that, yes, William, my hair's been purple for like 30 years. So it was definitely purple in 2015. But she sent me limoncello. Hell yeah! She also, because you guys are always asking about my necklace. Now, I'm going to warn you. I know that there are some guys that think girls are really cute wearing beanies. But she sent me a skydiving beanie. Yeah, so look out. Now I'm going to have a warm head and a barking dog. That mug is freaking awesome, says Chris. I know, right? I'm so excited. It's an official Cocktails in the War Room mug. It's so amazing. So there are some other cards in here. This one is to WAF. To Carrie, I thought a Halloween card would be fitting for this. I wanted to share some Sabbath confetti that I saved from Ozfest 99. It was such an awesome choice to play Black Sabbath as the final song, and it says WAF 1970 to 2020. She saved Black Sabbath confetti from Ozfest in 1999, and she sent it to me. How amazing is that? So freaking cool. She also sent me blueberry cobbler coffee. Blueberry cobbler. And then there is our drink recipe for tonight. So she sent us tonight's drink recipe. So I'm going to read that to you in a little while. This is because she loves music. She sent this as a musical contribution to the War Room, and it is unbelievable. P.S. Wednesday's eating the spider back there. She sent me the sheet music for Pantera's Mouth for War, for the War Room. How amazing is this? That somebody actually had to sit down and write out the sheet music to Pantera. Ah! It's so awesome. I don't even know where you buy Pantera sheet music. I didn't even know it was a thing. But it's unbelievable. Now if you want to learn how to play Mouth for War on the tuba, I think I can make that happen. I just spit on my phone. Holy crap. It's Christmas in the time of the plague, says Jim. I know. Let me tell you, I would have opened the boxes live on the show, but I didn't for two reasons. One, I don't want Dave from Barstool Sports to thinking I'm stealing his gig. And two, I'm a little bit afraid of what you guys might send me. So that's why I wanted to open them ahead of time. But she sent me Pantera. So cool. Wednesday. What's this? What are these? They're like dead things for her to eat, but they're not dead. What's this? What's that? Come up here. I'm so glad you were getting an unboxing, says Ben. Just amazing, thoughtful, thought out gifts and cards, says Walter. I need a Karina in my life, says Christine. We all need to clone a Karina because she is the sweetest person on the planet. Monica says, I love watching your joy. I'm telling you, I am one of the most sentimental people on the planet. I'm not driven by fancy cars or money. What I love is just showing love to people. When I buy gifts, I want them to be sentimental and so when someone thinks to give me something so special, it makes me want to cry, which again is part of the reason why I didn't open these live, because I may have cried this afternoon. Not going to admit it. Want to come up and get it? Come here. Oh, here she comes. Wednesday. Oh, she's going after it. Get it, Wednesday. Get it. And then there's also some bar stuff in here, like cocktail napkins and coasters. So cool. And then a little framed WAF frame for the War Room now. So I have a little Cocktails in the War Room sign. So it's just really, really sweet. This was one of the other things that was in there. A Boston Marathon sticker with the Citgo sign. Let me tell you, when you get to mile 23, you can kind of see the Citgo sign, and it's this big. And you're like, oh, the Citgo sign. And then you realize how friggin' far, the Citgo sign is. And you realize that once you get to the Citgo sign, you still have another mile to go from Kenmore Square to get to the finish. And I remember getting closer and closer. So the Citgo sign was way back here, and then it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And there I was in Kenmore Square. And I couldn't believe I was running through Kenmore Square and running by the Citgo sign. And I was crying because we all know that I cry a lot by now. And then I started crying because the thought of running 1.2 more miles to get to the finish line seemed like absolute and total agony. And I just remember that Citgo sign. Like I was like, if I could just get to the Citgo sign, like then I'll almost be there. I'll almost be there. So I love it. Makes me so happy. So I can't even deal with. Oh, there were Pringles in there. I may have already opened them. My Pringle addiction during a pandemic is just unlike anything I ever expected. Right, Wednesday? She's eating the ass out of that giant spider right now. Oh, man, nope, she's eating the face. Get it, get it, get it, get it. She's so filled with joy. So to everybody that sent cards and letters, and Karina especially, like, for you to take the time to like go back and find the picture of us together at the Foo Fighters and to write such thoughtful cards. But to everyone, I mean, to the picture of Wednesday and all of the toys and the really sweet gifts, like, I love you guys so much. And like I said, there's a bulletin board that all of these cards and stuff are going to go up on. And it made my whole day today to go. And I went to the post office, and I was able to go to Dunkin' Donuts because I went to the post office. And, you know, when I walked into the post office, they were like, oh, we have stuff for you. And like everyone at the post office was excited. It was just really sweet. And I don't know, I need good days. Days have been hard, and good days are just awesome. Wednesday just walked in the other room with that toy by the face. She is a hunter. Iced coffee for the win, says David. Yeah, exactly. It was awesome. Gonna need a bulletin wall, says Eric. Well, the bulletin board is pretty big. I hung up a big one, so I got room. I'm mailing my grandpa time in the war. I don't understand what that means, Monica, but mail away. If you need the post office box, because people are asking, it is P.O. Box 1086 in Leominster, Massachusetts, 01453. Thomas says, I had a Property of Mistress Carrie sticker on my 98 Dodge Dakota. I wish I didn't put it on there, or I could have taken it. Will Friday be a good day? Exciting announcement, says Dawn. Yes, Friday is going to be a great day, because unless something goes wrong, I am going to have a very exciting announcement on Friday at 8:30 right here in the War Room. So make sure that you are here Friday night, because it's something that we can all get involved in. And I'm really, really, really excited about it. So make sure that you're here in the War Room with a cocktail in hand on Friday at 8:30. Very excited. Stephen, it's 01453, not 543. 01453, Leominster, Massachusetts. P.O. Box 1086. And just put it to Mistress Carrie and I will get it. Okay, drink recipe time. Courtesy of Karina, and she's factually accurate. Dimebag Darrell's Blacktooth Grin. This is our drink recipe for this evening. Dimebag Darrell's Blacktooth Grin, a double shot of Seagram 7, a double shot of Crown Royal, and a splash of Coke, which you don't have to put in there if you don't want, over some ice. And it says, salud. And that is if you really want to make an official Blacktooth Grin, or you could just do Crown and Coke, or you could just do Seagrams and Coke, or you could just drink those without the Coke, and you don't even need the ice, and you don't even need a glass, because Dimebag would have drank it any way possible. And when I had a chance to go to Dallas recently, I went out with a bunch of friends, and they rode out with me and went to the cemetery with me so that I could visit Dimebag and Vinny's grave. And It's a really beautiful place. It's really sweet. It's in the middle of this gorgeous cemetery. And I wasn't exactly sure. That I found some things online that kind of help navigate you through the cemetery. But I was like, if we just get on, we were on Harleys, and I was like, well, if we just get on the Harleys and ride around the cemetery, I'm sure we're going to bump into other people that are there visiting Vinny and Dime, and we'll be able to find it. And that's exactly what happened. And so we went, and they're buried side by side, and they're in a family plot close to water with a fountain. And we did some black tooths, and I definitely poured some Crown into the ground for those guys. I'm actually shocked that the grass grows around their grave, because I know I'm not the only one dumping liquor around their grave. And then it was really funny because as we were getting ready to leave, people used us as a navigation tool to find Vinny and Dime's graves. So if you are ever in the greater Dallas area, definitely, yes, I know, CJ, Wednesday is off the chain tonight. Yes, she's crazy pants again. But if you ever get a chance to go and visit Vinny and Dime, it's just, it gave me such closure to be able to go and visit those guys. What are you barking at? What are you barking at? What's this? You want to play tug of war with it? Here we go. It's got a squeaker Wednesday. Rah. Come here. Come here and say hi. And say thank you to everybody for sending you such thoughtful gifts. Say thank you for all of my toys. I'm sorry I licked Mommy's teeth last night on the video. You're not sorry, are you? Okay, here you go. Go get it. There she goes. So please, here comes my dog, says Mark. Please go and visit Vinny and Dime. It's really beautiful. Oh, I forgot to show you one more thing that came in the mail. Are you ready? Ah! Kermit socks. Ooh, that have purple hair on them from my floor. Kermit the Frog socks. She sent me Muppet socks. Thomas says, shout out from Fort Worth. Hell yeah. There's socks that have Kermit the Frog sipping tea that, you know, like from the memes. Like, I have Kermit on my socks. That's my big foot, by the way, not the little foot. I almost forgot to show you the Muppet socks. They're so awesome. Spoiled tooth liquor, it says Ron. Yes, I know. Totally. Mark says, my dog just woke up. I know, I'm so excited about the Muppet socks. I can't even stand it. Is that the big foot or the little foot, Heinz says? That's the big foot, Heinz, smart ass. Yes, I love them too, Carol. They're amazing. So that was our drink recipe for the night. I wanted to go over some of the stuff that's been going on because there's a lot of stuff going on in music, especially. Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull has revealed that he has been battling what he called an incurable lung disease over the last couple of years. And it caused him to have respiratory issues, and it has been causing him to have to take time off from touring. But that he actually told Dan Rather this in an interview, that he's been battling it for some years now. Do you want me to play with your shark? Go on, go up and get it. It's up there. I feel like I should reenact, was it Alien, when it's like, ah! Right? Go get it, Wednesday. She's so excited about all of her new toys. So that was the news from Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull. Corey Taylor from Stone Sour and Slipknot has been almost radio silent recently on his social media pages and stuff. But he auctioned off 13 guitars that he played and that he signed. The guitars came with cases, certificates of authenticity, and he auctioned them off for direct relief, which is going to coronavirus relief. So we had the guitar auction, and Corey Taylor raised $150,000. auctioning off 13 guitars, which is unbelievable. So I wanted to make sure that I told you about that as well, because Corey's a special guy, and $150,000 is pretty amazing. Steel Panther is having the concert to save the world. All hail Steel Panther. The show is going to happen on June 7th at an undisclosed location in Los Angeles, and it will feature full production. Now, the show, they're charging $15 online to get a ticket to watch online, and they're doing it for charity. It's going to two different charities. One, the Heavenly Pets Rescue, and the other is Live Nation's Crew Nation, which is a fund that was put together by Live Nation to take care of all of the music employees that are out of work right now. So all of the crews from the venues and the band crews. So you can go to all of the Steel Panther social media pages and to their official website, but they're calling it the Concert to Save the World, and it is happening on June 7th somewhere in Los Angeles, but will feature full production. And God only knows what kind of musical favors they are pulling in because, well, they're Steel Panther, and if you have not experienced them, you need to be panthered. Or as Stiz called it, he got Steel Panthered when I took him out in LA to go and see those guys, and he slept through half the show the next day while we were out in Los Angeles. If you are celebrating a birthday today, Wednesday, come over here. Come here and eat the spider's face. Come here. She's just wound up. The last couple days, boy. Wednesday, come here. Hey. Wednesday. Okay, so if it's your birthday today, cheers to you. I'll cheers to you in my new Cocktails in the War Room Mistress Carrie 2020 mug that Karina made for me. You share your birthday today with Richie Valens, Magic Dick from Jay Giles, Stevie Wonder, and Hootie himself, Darius Rucker. So happy birthday to you if today is your birthday. Mark says my dog thinks his name is Wednesday now. Lou says, I'd pay to see concerts like that now. I hope other bands do this summer. I think they're going to. I think that the Dropkick Murphys, when they did that free show on St. Patrick's Day from the House of Blues and had like 1.9 million people watching, I think it woke up the whole industry to the idea that, holy crap, there are a lot of people that want to go to these shows. And so I really do think that there are going to be a lot of different ways for you to be able to experience your favorite band. I know that there's a lot of rumors in the industry about setting up outdoor concert venues with mobile stages that you either drive in and your car is there, or like a drive-in movie, except it's a drive-in concert, which they've been doing in Europe already, and people have said that they've been pretty awesome. Or having concerts where the open field is gridded out and you and your friends, like everybody stays in there. It's like Dirty Dancing. This is my dance space and that's your dance space. And everybody kind of, is kind of separated in that way. There's going to be a lot of different ways that you're going to be able to experience music coming out of this. And I'm hoping that obviously we go back to being all squished in hot, sweaty clubs, shoulder to shoulder, the way rock and roll was meant to be, like hot and sweaty. But I also kind of love the idea that we might actually get access to some live shows. And I love the different online collaborations and the fact that artists are kind of doing things out of their houses, kind of like what I'm doing. And I just feel like it's... I think it's just super personal and intimate and really cool. Hey, that's my boyfriend's junk's name, Magic Dick. Really? A lot of Magic Dick comments. Damned, Magic Dick, damn, he just won the internet. His name's been that for some time. He's in Jay Giles, for God's sake. Met Danny Klein and Magic Dick at the Regatta Bar. Great Woods should reconfigure to do this, says Lou. Wouldn't it be kind of interesting if you could pull your car into the parking lot, and they had like a stage, like the outdoor stages that they have like for the Warped Tour, except rather than like go and walk there, like they put all of the cars there. Eric says, I would pay to watch this. Oh, thanks, Eric. David says, peel off your clothes hot. Yeah, that's how rock and roll is supposed to be. Peel off your clothes hot. But I'll take rock and roll any way we can get it right now. Look at, she's just laying there with Morticia's face in her mouth. She's just, Wednesday, do you have Morticia in your mouth right now? Yeah, she's just laying there. Do you like your toys? Are you so happy that so many people love you so much that they sent you nice toys? I have a very spoiled dog right now. I'm interested to see how creative the industry will become from this. It could morph the way the industry works. Brianna, it already has morphed the way that the industry works. The whole industry is changing, and artists are changing with it, and they are collaborating in new ways, and they are using technology in ways that I don't think they had ever planned on. I know that I'm doing it in different ways now, and I'm totally having a good time kind of hanging out with you guys every night. And I know that it's going to be impossible to do this every night at 8:30. But, oh, look, somebody wanted to come and visit. Do you want to come over here and love me? Huh? Do you want to love me and say hi to everybody? Do you want to eat Morticia's face? Huh? Here. Wednesday. What is this? She's looking at it like, stop making it sing. Come here, Wednesday. Come eat Morticia. There you go. But we're going to keep this alive in one way, shape, or form. Like, moving forward, you know, we really don't know how this is all going to shake out. Right now, we know that like Harvard Medical School, for example, has said they're going to do remote learning in the fall of 2020. We don't know. I personally think that we're not going to get full-scale tours from bands until the new year. That's just what I think, just from what I'm hearing, that there are, you know, it's really hard to put tours out when you can't book, you know, a month or 2 months or 3 months worth of shows at a time. But I think we are going to get some one-off shows and probably some charity things. And here. It's eating your face. But I also think we're going to have some cool opportunities this year to do some interesting things. I am also predicting that we are going to start getting some kick-ass new music from a lot of bands. And we could start getting that music that's been written during quarantine as soon as the fall. Because there are so many bands that are just kind of holed up right now. And if they're not holed up together because they're, you know, at home with their families, they're doing a lot of recording and sending files to each other and working on stuff. Steven says, we need the world back. 100%. Teresa says Sully's been saying on his show that he's not going to start booking shows until the new year. I think a lot of bands are going to just do that. I think that, you know, the liability, I think a lot of people are worried that their concert could then turn into a hot spot for the virus to come back during flu season. And I don't know what the predictions are. I can tell you that I am trying to ebb and flow as best that I can, and I'm working on a bunch of stuff. The first thing out of all of the things that I've been working on that I can't talk about right now, I'll be able to tell you on Friday. She just scared the crap out of herself because she bit Morticia and it started playing the Addams Family song and it freaked her out. And now she just ran into the other room with Morticia in her teeth. But there is going to be some cool stuff. So drive-in concerts, wow, says Marcy. I know, but I think it's going to happen. Lars said that Metallica is putting together a new album. We talked about that like a week or two ago that, you know, I mean, even Tool could even come out with new music. But it could totally happen. Carrie says, I love that Billy Joe Armstrong does a new cover every Monday. I just ordered the vinyl for his charity. So that's something that like Billy Joe from Green Day would never have done. He never would have just sat at home and done a different cover song every Monday and then sold it for charity. He was busy touring with Green Day. And now all of a sudden, you know, he's doing that and some amazing music is coming out of all of this. So, is it Champagne Friday? Teresa wants to know. It might be. Maybe we will have champagne on Friday. Don't get your hopes up about some kind of big, just manage your expectations. For me, it's a big deal and it's something that everybody can get involved with, but just know that there are a lot of announcements as far as what I'm going to be doing that are coming. This is just the first one, but I'm pretty excited that it's something that I've been working on and I'm finally able to share it with you. So, we'll see. Sandy says, Tool, that would be cool. I'm waiting for the Pretty Reckless new album. Yes, that is coming very soon. I also have had some conversations with some industry people today trying to get my hands on some technology that would allow me to incorporate bands and other people into Cocktails in the War Room on Facebook, because you can't just do it with Facebook Live on other people's pages. But I am looking into other software options that would allow us to do it. So know that I'm working. I did not buy a radio station, Eric. I wish. But I'm looking into some other options about how we can get some guests on. I don't have anything nailed down yet, and that is not the announcement on Friday. That I will give you the hint on. Amy says, I'm psyched that you're psyched. I am psyched. I think that since February 21st, which was the last day that WAF was on the air, it has been an emotional roller coaster for me. The week after we went off the air, I was at that radio convention in Vegas. And then the week after that, I had some job interviews and was really trying to look towards the future. And then the virus showed up and kind of erased all of the plans that I had set in my head. And so the last couple of months have been a lot of questions, a lot of meetings, a lot of research, a lot of soul searching for me, a lot of favors being called in, and just trying to figure it out. It would be hard enough trying to rebuild a career after the demise of WAF, but to throw a global pandemic on top of it has not made it easy. And so when I have glimmers of hope and bright spots, I get pretty excited about them. So I'm pretty excited about Friday. So make sure that you're hanging out with me on Friday. Steven says, no matter what, keep your head up. Exactly. Melissa says, you look so cute in that beanie. Thank you. I think it makes my hair look more purple because it's white. I know that there's a lot of guys that dig chicks in beanies. It's like a thing. Guys, am I wrong? Am I reading into things that are not true? I'm pretty sure guys kind of think girls in beanies are cute. So do I look cute in my beanie that I got as a gift today in my P.O. box? Tony says, I guess Friday at 8:30 we'll get to open a package on Mistress Carrie's Big News. Exactly. So it's like your mail call on Friday. Oh my God, why isn't it Friday? Deanna says 48 hours from now. Ooh, Ron says I'm correct. Eric says guilty. You know we'll all be here on Friday. Can't wait, says Sandy. Michael says meh. Lou says whatever. I don't know. True, says Steven. So yeah, there are people out there that like the beanie thing. Sandy says I do look cute. So thank you very much. Eddie says meh. That's just what I heard anyway. Eric says definitely. Damien says you're not wrong. Philip says so hot. Steven says very true. So there you go. This is my very beanie and weenies, says Thomas. Most definitely during the winter, says David. All right, well, we'll figure it out. But I'm pretty excited about Friday. I'm pretty excited about warmer weather. I'm pretty excited that every once in a while it's like Christmas when I go to the P.O. box, which is kind of cool. Every day is Friday now, says Scott. Exactly. Yes, you guys are right about the Red Hot Chili Peppers shirt. I'm sorry. I didn't acknowledge that, yes, this was today's shirt. And I don't remember where I got it. I bought it years ago, and I don't remember. It's just that old school Chili Peppers logo, and it's all, chipping away and whatever. But it's one of those shirts that's super soft and comfortable. So I just love it. I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers, even though they're Lakers fans, which says a lot because Flea is a really annoying, vocally proud Lakers fan. As he told me, sitting in the Celtics dressing room backstage at the Garden while he was wearing purple and gold and making me angry. Would I wear it skydiving? What am I wearing? The beanie? It would be a little tough. I'd have to put my helmet on top of it because it would go flying off if I tried to wear it. But yeah, I could try and wear it while I'm skydiving. Motorcycle for sure, Travis, absolutely. Math for man buns, but beanies are hot, says Teresa. All right, well, there you go. The hat is purple on the inside now. It totally would be if I were sweaty or if my hair was wet. It would totally turn the beanie purple on the inside, much like my pillowcase and my towels and the bottom of my tub and the walls of my shower and almost everything I own. Yeah. Beanie with a scarf and fluffy mittens while having a snowball fight. Awesome. Yes, so cute. I feel like you just described that scene in Groundhog Day. Your fetishes are strange. Did you go in February of 2017? I believe that that was the interview that I'm talking about where I sat down with Flea. So yes, I was there and the show was great. But he's Flea though, I know. Have you taken the bike out? William wants to know. I have not taken the bike out yet. It's been cold and like I've told you guys in the past, the bike still intimidates me after the accident, so I kind of have to get myself psyched up to do it. But I'm going to get on the bike very soon because it's starting to get warm, and I just kind of feel like I need to do that. I can't go skydiving because we can't socially distance on the plane. We can socially distance in free fall, but we can't socially distance in the plane, so the drop zones aren't open. Although other states, they're starting to open, so skydivers are starting to be like, let's go for a ride and go skydiving. But we can't skydive in Massachusetts yet. Saturday in the 70s, says Mark. Trust me, it's coming. I'm getting out on the bike very, very soon. But it has been really cold and rainy this spring, so I have not been in too big of a rush to get out on the bike yet. That's why I was asking. You got to conquer your fears, says William. And I have. I've been out on the bike, but, it definitely... I get anxious before the first ride of the year, having gone through the whole winter and, you get butterflies in your stomach. And my son bought a new motorcycle bought me a new motorcycle jacket for Mother's Day, said Kathy. That is a fantastic son and an awesome Mother's Day gift. Just wear a mask. I have a full face for sure. Ride, baby, ride. Have you spread the mulch yet? Some of the mulch, but not all of the mulch. The mulch pile remains, but it's getting smaller. Becky says, brutal spring. Yeah, I don't even have all the vegetables planted in my vegetable garden yet because it's just been so friggin' cold. I don't want to spend the money and then have everything die on a cold night. So I'm taking my time with everything, and I'm being very methodical with the garden and with the mulch, and I make plans based on the weather. So if it's going to be rainy and cold, I tackle some of the projects that are in the house that I've been meaning to tackle. And then when it's warm and nice outside, I try to get some of the stuff done outside. Trisha wants to know, how have I been sleeping? Not really very well. The insomnia is still here. The not being able to travel has made some of my personal relationships difficult, and that's been very stressful. There's been family stresses and obviously work and money stresses, and it would be incredibly stressful just being laid off, and it would be incredibly stressful just having a global pandemic. Having everything kind of hit all at the same time has made a lot of things incredibly stressful, and I'm up a lot of the nights. I did get some sleep last night, but I mean, I'm lucky if I'm getting like 4 hours a night. So, you know, but when I get the sleep, I'm like, oh, okay, good. And I feel okay. I don't feel like crap. I'm not, letting depression get the best of me, which has been a battle, just trying not to get into a funk, and to allow myself to get too sad when I, get bummed out or whatever. I just kind of allow myself to feel that way. And I make a deal with myself that, I got to shake it off and go and do something. And that's why the sunny days, it's been so important for me to go outside, because that makes me feel so much better. And just having Wednesday around kind of cheering me up and, giving me an excuse to get up and go walk around outside. And Amy, you're totally right. The other side of this is going to feel so friggin' good. You are 100% right. I just have to keep thinking that it's not going to be like this forever. And that, all of the work that I'm doing and all of the different pursuits and the research that I'm doing and the skills that I'm trying to master, everything that I'm doing like behind the scenes that I know is going to pay off for me. And it's just a matter of patience. And I don't have any patience. I have never had any patience. I'm the kind of person that if I want something, I will work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to get it as fast as possible. And in this environment, it is just not possible that you are at the pace of the world. And the pace of the world is slow as fuck right now. And so as much as I want to get things done and move things forward and take the next step in my career and drive the ball down the field, I am at the mercy of the world's pace right now. And it can be painfully slow, like snails fucking uphill in the dead of winter in a bed of molasses slow. But, we're making progress. But like the last couple days, we've been talking about the number of cases going down in Massachusetts. And today, the number of cases went back up again. There were 1,165 new cases diagnosed in the last 24 hours in Massachusetts, with a total of 80,497 confirmed so far. The fatality numbers in Massachusetts, that's up to 5,315. And nationally, there are 1,364,061 confirmed cases with 82,246 fatalities. And we were talking about one of the key models saying that this could get up to 143,000 casualties in the United States. So while some states are seeing reopenings and there's optimism, in other places it's cautious optimism at best. So, it's going to move at the pace that it moves. Sleep is overrated, says Mark. Yeah, that is slow, Ron. Exactly. Great analogy, says Jeff. I do have a way with words every now and again, don't I? Excuse me, I believe you stole my line. Oh, Krista and Mark are going back and forth about stolen lines in there. Better late than never. Good evening, Carrie. What's up, Joe? Thanks for joining us, even though it's late. There's always a spot for you belly up at the bar in the war room, so don't worry about it. Sarah says one of the fatalities today was an acquaintance of mine, and it is shitty. Sarah, I'm so sorry. We have talked about this so many times over the last 61 nights about how hard it is to lose someone to this thing and to be denied the ability to grieve traditionally and to grieve respectfully. And it's taken that grieving process away, which is incredibly hurtful. And when you lose someone to this virus, you find out with a phone call or a text message because you can't be there with the person while they're slipping away. And then you can't have public services. And the world and the community can't grieve with you. And so just know that we're here for you, Sarah, and that we're grieving with you and your loved ones and your family. And you're not alone, because unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are going through this at the same time. And all we can ask from each other right now is patience and empathy, which in the modern era are really hard to come by a lot of the time. You know, there's a lot of empathy required when you are someone that's an essential worker that's working way too many hours and getting paid overtime, to have empathy for someone that is trying to figure out how they're going to pay their mortgage or their rent at the first of the month and how they're going to feed their kids. There's a lot of empathy required when you're young and healthy and you don't know anyone that's been sick. And then there's other people that are surrounded by sickness. And empathy is really hard because you have to be willing to feel someone else's feelings. And most of the time we're all so sidelined with trying to just hold on to all of our own feelings. And so the idea of taking on someone else's feelings is exhausting. But we're only going to get stronger if we're willing to close ranks as a community. And in order to do that, we have to feel each other's feelings and we have to empathize with each other. And we have to be patient with the fact that we're not all going through this at the same pace. There are people that are business owners that just want to go back to work because their businesses and all of their life's hard work is literally falling apart in front of their eyes. And there are other people who work for corporations or work for municipalities where there is no chance whatsoever that they're going to get laid off. And then there are other people that are surrounded by sickness, or they have kids that have pre-existing conditions or are immunocompromised that don't understand why the world doesn't empathize with the fact that if their kids get sick, they could die. And we all literally have to just imagine what life would be like if we were someone else with someone else's situation. Like for me, I would love the world to open back up again the way that it was so that I could find a new job in the industry that I've been working in since I was 18 years old. The industry that I paid thousands and tens of thousands of dollars to go to college to learn about. And that industry right now is shut down and almost dead. And I can't find another job. But I grew up in a family with first responders and healthcare workers. And so I understand completely the battle that they're fighting. And I also grew up a sick kid and understand what it's like to be in and out of the hospital and dealing with all of that crap. And I saw what it did to my parents with them driving back and forth to Mass Gen every day to visit me after my multiple surgeries. And so I see it from all angles. And I feel like maybe if everyone else did, and I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else, but I feel like everything is so polarized politically. And I feel like if you're suffering, you don't understand how other people don't understand your suffering. And if you're not suffering, you can't imagine what it feels like to suffer. And I feel like we have to just take a step back and look at it from a few more 1,000 feet of altitude, to use a skydiver's analogy. And, people aren't looking for sympathy. I don't know anybody that's looking for a handout. I don't know anybody that, is wishing harm on anyone. Like if you're a business owner that is just begging to be able to open your business again, that doesn't mean you're begging for people to die. But you have to accept the fact that by opening all of the businesses that people are going to die. It's going to happen. I mean, the math is there. But at the same time, those business owners have to feed their kids. Like it's an impossible situation. And the only way to be able to get through it as a community and to not have serious damage done to our communities in the long term is to have empathy and to support the local businesses that are open. And when the other businesses open, I mean, look at the stories of the guy that had the ice cream shop on the Cape, and like he had to close again because the customers were such assholes because they weren't even willing to follow social distancing guidelines. And he's like, this isn't a triage center. Like, this is an ice cream shop. I just want to give you ice cream. Teddy says, is your father still alive? Yes. Without getting too much into it and pulling back too much of the curtain, yes, my dad is still alive. there have been family issues and family fallout. And I don't really want to talk too much about it because it's incredibly painful and hurtful and personal. But I think anybody that's ever had a strained relationship with a family member understands that there are a lot of things at play. And unfortunately, I am not a stranger to estranged family. My family is actually really good at being assholes when they want to be. And I try really hard, having grown up in some of that toxic environment with my extended family and whatever, I have to try really hard not to bring that baggage and those bad habits and those emotional scars into my relationships moving forward. And that's basically all I can say about that at this point. But family can be hard. And it sucks, especially, when things get tough, or when people get sick, or, when you're supposed to be, family. Like, you're supposed to be able to have your family as your closest allies and your support network. And I will tell you that I have also been extremely lucky in having some of the most genuine, gracious, generous, selfless friends that have been closer to me than some of my family could ever have been. And so I think, I've always had the mentality that there is a difference between relatives and family. Relatives you're related to, whether you like it or not, and family you choose. And those are the definitions of the words that I choose to live by. And so I have an AAF family. You guys are included in that. And I have friends that are my family. And sometimes chosen family is better. Somebody said exactly. The world is hard. And it's hard enough for everybody. So let's try to not make it any harder for anybody else than it already is. And so let's try not to pick a side of a coin right now without getting political, because I don't even think it's a political thing. I just think that, if you're working or not, you want to either go back to work or you're working too hard. And let's just agree that this whole situation in general is fucked up and nobody's enjoying it. Because if you're working right now, if you're a healthcare worker, you're not enjoying going to work and being surrounded by death and virus and extra safety protocols and stress that you're going to make a family member sick or your kid sick. And if you're not working and you're at home all day pacing, stressed about how you're going to pay the bills, that sucks too. Nothing either one of us can do to change the other one. So let's be helpful where we can and have empathy where we can and be patient where we can and not allow ourselves to be torn apart by people that follow the adage of divide and conquer. Because that is how you bring down a great kingdom, is to divide it and conquer it. And you can't conquer it if you don't divide it. So if the people of the kingdom don't allow themselves to be divided, then they can't be conquered. And we have to live by that right now. And I think that we do that every night here, because we all come from different backgrounds and we come from political ideologies that are different from each other, and different financial situations and family makeups and races and creeds and religions and sexualities and all of that. And what we have in common is that we know the world's fucked up and we know we're weird and we're cool with it. And that's why we meet here every night at 8:30, because here we belong. As weird as we are, we belong. And so I think that's why there's so many people that come to the War Room every night, because they feel like it's the one place right now that they belong. And that's okay. At least we have that. And I'm very grateful for that. So it's the rock that binds us, says Brianna. Exactly. You have my axe, says David. Well, all hail the queen, says David. Well, thank you very much. United we stand. Exactly right, Ron. We have to look at it that way. And I feel like if we all can drag one more person into this weird ass club every night, then we'll let it spread like a virus that doesn't kill anybody. We're like herpes. Once you get us, you can't get rid of us. Yay, we're like herpes. Congratulations. The land of misfits fits. Yeah, Pam says the war room is the safe place. It is. For whatever it is that you want to talk about. I mean, it's my happy place, says Melissa. Angry music soothes the soul. Exactly right. They've actually done scientific research on it, and angry, aggressive music is actually really good for your mental health. It's scientifically proven. So we're mentally healthy, and everyone else listening to K-pop they're the ones that are mental. We're the healthy ones. Tracy says we're the misfits and proud of it. Kathy says we're grateful for you. Well, I'm grateful for you guys too. And I love the fact that we meet up here every night, and it makes me feel really good. Even when I have a bad day, I look forward to coming here because you guys make it better. And when I have a really great day, I look forward to coming here so I can tell you guys all about it. And that is a gift that I can never express enough how important it is to me. So thank you guys. I love you guys. Don't look anything weird, and wash your damn hands. Thank you for all of the presents. Thank you for everything that showed up at the P.O. box today. I'm super excited. I will meet you guys back here tomorrow night at 8:30. And then, of course, Friday at 8:30, announcement. Yay! All right, guys, cheers. One final time with my official Cocktails in the War Room mug. Cheers, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.